Hello everyone and welcome back. So we only have about 2 episodes left and let's freaking do this. So I've been practicing my magic non-stop since the day we heard of Alcaster's speech. I continued to work on my barriers. I did it. I don't know why I was second. Who? While also continuously attempting that one offensive spell Waltz tried to teach me. Okay, remember what I told you. Focus your energy on the tips of your fingers until you feel the current flow through your veins. Okay. Good, now try to cast a spell at me again. I stretch out my hands and imagine the energy gathering at my fingertips. I see sparks as I begin to cast a spell. Good, keep going. At the end of my casting time, I can feel the lightning snaking up and down my arms. Now release it. I direct the spell at Waltz with as much strength as I can muster, but it barely touches his barrier before it fades away. I groan. You're getting there, Jesse. The magic is weak, but it might still be able to paralyze someone for a little bit of time, so as long as you hit them when they don't have their barrier up. But the speech is tomorrow. I will not be able to master it by then. You don't need to. Let's not assume things will be so bad. We're only going there to watch the speech. If that's all it is, you won't need your magic. The two of us continue to diligently work, but after a few more rounds, my arms are sore and my mind is foggy. Waltz calls it a day and the two of us retire to our rooms for the night. Sorry, I just started a new recording session, so and it's also 9 at night. 9:30 at night, correction. So, I have tossed and turned in my bed for what feels like an hour, but sleep still won't come. It has been almost a month since I last went into town, and it is impossible not to imagine the worst possible scenario for tomorrow. I will probably be awake until the sun rises. I turn to glance at the doll that Waltz gave me so long ago. She sits on my table, her glassy eyes staring back at me. I wonder if he is already asleep. Maybe he can help me calm my nerves. Ooh! Waltz? There is only silence. Maybe he is already asleep. I am about to leave when the door suddenly opens. Jesse? Hello, Waltz. Let me guess, couldn't sleep? I nod. Come on in then. I sit on his bed and look around. My eyes shift to his table where I notice a pile of sewing materials and an assortment of puppets. You've been working on your puppets? Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. It's been a while since I last did a show, but I want to make sure my puppets and materials are all ready to go once this is all over. I'm sure the children are looking forward to seeing your shows again. Yeah. Silence ensues as Walt sits down beside me with one of his puppets. He begins to slowly sew at one of the seams. That's a tongue twister. The silence is deafening. He looks busy, but maybe I should say something. Yeah, we're gonna say something. I am worried about what may happen tomorrow. You think too much, Jesse. I do. I stare at his puppets on his table. When this is over, will you finally let me be your assistant? Walt smiles and pats my head. Yes, when this is all over, I'll give you the spotlight. I'm sure the children will love your puppet shows. Talking about what happens afterwards makes me feel normal. It gives me some hope. Hope that eventually everything will go back to normal. I feel better now. Thank you, Waltz. Oh, I'm not even sure I did anything. You just have by being here with me. You know I'd do anything for you, little star. Little star. There's that nickname again. Does it bother you? No, I was just wondering where it came from. Oh, right, I never told you the story, did I? Back when I was still your mother's apprentice, my life was dull and empty. Then you showed up. Your circumstances were the same as mine, but your light never faded. You became my hope in that dark place, my light, and that is why I consider you my little star. I can only stare at Waltz's smile. I can only stare as Walt smiles at me. Right now, all I want is to stay by his side, to stay within the comforts of his warmth. I look at him and my thoughts shift in my head, tinting my cheeks pink. What is it? Can I stay with you tonight? What? Well, Walt's face is tomato red. He looks shocked. I can't? It's not that I don't want you to, but I might... He glances away and begins mumbling to himself. I suddenly feel dejected. Don't make that face, little star. Walt sighs. Okay, you can stay. Really? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, the cuddles. Oh god. Oh, I could use like a million cuddles right now. Ooh. We both lay side by side in the bed, shifting only slightly. Oh, oh god, they're so cute. Walt's is especially stiff. I wonder why. I loop my arms around his waist and snuggle into the crook of his neck. Waltz tenses beneath me. I feel like I'm being punished. What? Nothing. Thank you for letting me stay. My room felt colder than normal tonight. I just couldn't help thinking about tomorrow, and then about father, and... My words trail off as I try to focus on Waltz's warmth. Please, do not leave me as well, Waltz. Jesse, look at me. I move back to look up at him. Walt stares at me with an intensity that makes it difficult to look away. His features are illuminated by the soft moonlight, making them stand out all the more. My heart skips a beat. I'm not going anywhere, Jesse. I will always be wherever you are. Oh my god, people don't call me during recording, freaking ruining the moment. Sorry, I always have it on Do Not Disturb, and then I just didn't tonight because it's 9:30, so who's gonna call at 9:30? Oh, goodness. I promise well, god, I'm sorry, I ruined that moment. I promise to always protect you. I reach out to touch his cheek. Thank you. He smiles at me before putting his arms around my waist and pulling me closer. I snuggle against his chest, taking in his warmth. I eventually fall asleep in his arms. Today is the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I have used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. If only everywhere was this peaceful. Fool, I butchered that. Jesse? I turn around to see Ophelia, slowly walking towards me, a hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia? I'm sorry that I cannot be of much of help during these distressing times. You have already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported Father when I did not. You have to stay safe, you and the others. You've truly changed. Ophelia takes my hands in hers and looks at me solemnly. Promise me you'll come back to us. I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I beseech you to put your safety first. Ophelia. I may not be your real mother, but you have always been my daughter. Aw, guilt floods through me. I've been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I do not deserve your kindness after all that I have done to you. Elaine and Rod, I am so sorry. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair. That's all in the past now, dear. What matters most is the present. I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I had always thought that I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Sir Alcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone is making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emmeline, and Anise will stay behind as Rod and Rumple volunteer to watch over them. Delore and Parfait left yesterday to attend a meeting with the fairies. Apparently they found someone who holds important information about Mother and her plans. Emmeline approaches me, her eyebrows creased. Jessie, should you see your mother there, what will you do? I haven't really thought about it yet. We are bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she is your mother, Princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her? I'm taken aback by your question. Jurin. I apologize for being blunt, but we all have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know if the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate. Jurian continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. I finally face her with determination. I will face her, and I will stop her. The last chapter! Chapter 9, yes! Whew. I stand in an alleyway with Waltz, Jurian, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in the shadows as we watch the sea of people moving towards the plaza. Garland is scouting around the plaza for Knight's positions, and we have been waiting here for him. Oh, look! Oh, we're so cute in our little coat. There are so many people. Okay, this is where we split up. Remember that we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is a better option. I'm not a fool. I would not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad that you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. Should anything go wrong, we need you to retreat, Princess. I would not leave you all behind. I understand. I'm not gonna leave them behind. I'm like knee deep in this. Jessie, this isn't the time to be stubborn. It is not about stubbornness. It is just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect and I will not let them down. I also just licked my pop filter. I didn't mean to. Running away is not always cowardice. That may be, but sometimes there are situations that you need to face head on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Waltz. I just don't want you to get hurt, Jessie. I know. I look at Waltz, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Garland suddenly appears with a stiff frown. Look who I found. I turn to look at Garland, and then notice the man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him, and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees only a few inches away from me. You're okay. Thank goodness you're alright, Princess. I twitched at the sight of his face. There was no sign of the wicked smile that was on his face when he was under the guise of Varg. Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seemed genuine. Are you truly Fritz, or are you Varg, or both? I'm the Fritz you've always known, Princess. You're a loyal knight. I raised an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago when a mask fell from his face in the room with Tenebraeum. At that moment, I saw Fritz's face, no matter what Varg said. Varg was in league with Alcester and Mithros. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches. I've been searching for you. Why, so you can take me back to Mithros, or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides. I will not surrender you to Sir Mithros. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and to you. I could never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father... I would have stopped him if I knew. Fritz glances up at me slowly, his expression resolute. I just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucius Bearer yesterday. Fritz glares, not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant. That was when I was able to take back control of my body again, just a few days ago. I've been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seem to be in league with the Lucius Bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible, because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varg at bay. At bay? Fritz, explain. About Varg? No, about this audience. Princess, this could all be some elaborate ruse of his. I have a responsibility to at least hear him out and to get a drink of water. Okay, we're good. What do you want from Parfait? I have important information about Hildur. Mother? Lady Parfait did say that her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Hildur. And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Karma turns towards Fritz, clearly skeptical. That seems like it could be a coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hesitantly. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I have betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now I am doing my best to right my wrongs while I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hildur is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great Battle. Or Great War. Then she is now sick like Parfait, only Mother seems to have it worse than her. I overheard Mithros say that the crystal no longer recognizes her as its sole bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she said that she could no longer feel Mother's connection with the Tenebraeum. But what Fritz just said... It seems that the crystal has seen you both as its barriers. Or bearers. It's... oh my god. It's stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Hildur hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak. Walt stares at Fritz, eyes wide. The crystal having 2 barriers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hildur still refuses to show herself in public? Yes, the witch who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mithras figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Hildur is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There is a rift between him and Mithras because of this. Waltz crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful. I'm surprised Hildur hasn't disposed of Alcester yet. If he is still alive, it means that he must still play an important role in her plans. And I think actually, guys, as much as I hate to do this, my voice is giving out and I can feel it. I tried to rest it all of yesterday and I guess it just didn't work the way I wanted to, but I'll drink some tea and stuff and I'll record the final episode tomorrow, no matter how long it's gonna be, and I'll get it out then. But thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry I've been like messing up the reading in this episode. I really hate that I do that, but oh well, I'll rest it tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. Yes, because this is going out on Wednesday. I'm recording this Tuesday night, so I'll record again on Wednesday. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next and final part. Until then, guys, see ya.